Thank you, Ailin, for your Q&A videos. I look forward to them so much. My question deals with oxalate intolerance. The extra babbling is just to give added info. Now, as a 100% raw vegan, I stay well hydrated but still avoid many delicious fruits and vegetables that have a moderate to high oxalate content, which have contributed to the formation of kidney stones in me. Since I have in the time past, once when only approximately 90 to 95% raw, and several times when on the SAD, Standard American Diet, miserably suffered with them. Okay, so this person, their concern is with the oxalates found in fruits and vegetables, which, you know, some people, I just hate it. Again, this false knowledge, you know, false information being spread out there online or by medical doctors, or I don't know, wherever people get their information from, magazines, health magazines. It's just simply not true. You do not have to be worried about oxalates when you're consuming raw foods. If you're consuming cooked vegetables and your body is acidic, then we can have a problem, okay? When it comes to things like that. Or if you have a kidney weakness. Have you any insights as to whether I will one day be able to again enjoy berries and other moderate to high oxalate raw vegan foods to my heart's content, or am I destined to forever avoid these powerhouse foods in order to protect my kidneys from stone formation? So the only reason you're forming stones is because you have a lot of acidosis in your body. You know, the body only starts to bind and form stones, form things like liver, gallbladder stones, or kidney stones, or calcium deposits, things like that, in the presence of agglomulation, you know, or just in acidic mediums, you know. If your fluids are acidic, you'll continue to form stones. If your kidneys are weak, you will continue to still form stones, you know. You still haven't addressed the lymph system deeply enough. Even if you've been raw, because I get people all the time that they come from raw diets, that they've been on raw diets for years and years and years, and they still get lymphatic issues, you know, stone formation and things like that. So you just have to dig deeper in there with the formulas that are correct for you and for your weaknesses. Okay, let me see where we are here. Okay, incidentally, I have suffered from gallstones and gallbladder attacks in my meat-eating past, but have successfully flushed probably only most of them out. Yeah, I don't doubt that you still have some in there, with proper diet and natural methods. So I wonder what those natural methods were. Most likely the liver gallbladder flush. I know a lot of people use that to flush out stones, but it kind of like agitates the liver. So a better approach would be just to drink like lemon juice, lime juice, in fresh, raw, organic apple juice. Things like that can help dissolve stones in the body. So that's much better. So there's several issues that we see here going on. We see a kidney weakness, lymphatic weakness, liver weakness, most likely very toxic bowels, since the liver is just a branch of the GI tract. So a lot of congestion in there. When there's congestion in and around the colon, outside as well as inside the bowel wall, then you see things like liver congestion being an issue, or pancreas congestion being an issue. Digestion in and of itself is disrupted, okay? So yeah. So as well as ovaries and endometriosis. Okay, so that's another lymphatic issue and another kidney issue. So like whenever you form like calcifications in the ovaries, or you have endometriosis, which is severe scarring of the tissue, and the tissue becomes welded to the colon, the uterus and the colon become welded together. That's extreme acidosis that causes that welding. So what I see here is you just have a lot of acidosis. And like we spoke about in the other question, the body's main responses to acidosis is through calcium, cholesterol, or edema. So what we're seeing here is calcium, calcifications. Whenever you leach calcium from the body, and then that is also met with acidity, extreme acidity, then that's when you start binding the chemistry and things become ionized, you know, especially with weak kidneys. So you really just have to power up those kidneys, go after it with the most powerful kidney formulas, and begin to filter, because it doesn't really matter if you're 100% raw. You can be 100% raw and your kidney's still not functioning or still not filtering, or you may still not be filtering out your waste. So you have to get your kidneys to filter and start seeing it in the jar. Start seeing the actual sediment coming out. And then your health issues will start disappearing. Then you won't have problems with things like avoiding oxalates, you know? And it's only really, like, the problem only becomes in people that are very extremely acidic and they start eating things like cooked spinach, you know? Things that are cooked veggies, yes, then that will give you a problem, but it would give anyone a problem. So right now, I don't want you to worry about oxalates when it comes to raw foods, because with raw foods, nothing is binded, nothing creates stones. It's impossible to create stones if you are following the correct diet that's moving and pumping the lymph system. Again, I don't know what your raw food diet looks like, but if it's high in fat, and if it's like, you know, not the correct fruits that you should be doing, I don't know if you have any history of fasting. Maybe you want to put yourself on a fast of like a fruit that you can handle right now. And then I also don't know if you've used herbs before or formulas before, but if you haven't, I would highly recommend it, you know, going after those weaknesses that I mentioned in the form of herbal formulas and seeing kidney filtration from that. Then you don't have to worry about avoiding any fruits or any veggies that contain oxalates, as long as they're raw, okay? So since I did have gallstones, my lovely liver surely needed and has benefited from my dietary changes. And I have for years taken an herbal for low thyroid condition. I wonder what herbal you took for that low thyroid condition. Or if it was a thyroid condition, you know, if it was a thyroid weakness, or if it was a pituitary weakness, not sure. Or if it was a congestive issue, we'll see. I've also been prone to low blood sugar, that's low adrenal glands. I'm in my 50s and I'm 5'3" and I weigh 125 pounds. Okay, so, if you're in your 50s, a lot of people that are in their 50s, you might have some cholesterol plaquing. You know, if I looked at your eyes, I might see some cholesterol plaquing. Or in the very least, I might see some prolapsing of your colon, things like that. Little hints letting me know that calcium is being depleted from your body. Or maybe you have a pretty weak constitution, or maybe the bowels have expanded in your eyes. That'll point to parathyroid weakness. Yeah, I definitely fix up that parathyroid gland. If you have a low thyroid function, you should check for a low parathyroid gland as well. 5'3". So more often than not, people that are 5'3", females that are 5'3", they often have a pituitary weakness, because that pituitary gland controls the growth factor during our early years. And for good health, like, you know, this even surprised me when I first learned about it, but I've realized that in those women that had good health, they were around 5'6" or 5'7", you know, they tended to not have pituitary gland weaknesses. But those that did have pituitary weaknesses were always like 5'4", 5'3", 5'2", on the shorter side, right? Or on the other side of the spectrum, if people are too tall, you know, then they also have a pituitary weakness. But that's what I'm thinking that you probably have. 125, I'm not sure if you consider yourself to be excessively skinny, but there might be some malabsorption in there. Eyes were blue as a youth, varied between blue-gray and blue-green. And now as an adult, have lost their green tint and are mainly blue. That's fantastic. Means you got rid of maybe some of that subacute congestion or sulfur, you know, which is a good job. Because blue eyes, they're supposed to be blue. If you have green, that's lymph congestion or that's sulfur drug deposit. So all green eyes are blue with just subacute lymph congestion or sulfur deposits covering the blue color underneath. You know, so anyone that has green eyes, they go on a raw food diet program, then the eyes turn blue. But I'm not saying that everyone's eyes will turn blue, because there's a confusion. People that have brown eyes, they have brown eyes. They don't have blue eyes, okay? So it's not like if you're a brown-eyed person and you eat raw foods, you get blue eyes. That's not what I'm saying. My eyes are going to be brown and remain brown because I have a naturally true brown eye color, okay? So, yeah, sorry. I get a lot of questions like that of people asking me if they have blue eyes when in actuality they have brown eyes, and it's like, no, no, sweetie, I'm sorry, you have brown. Or I'm not sorry, I'm not definitely sorry. If you are someone with brown eyes that actually have blue eyes, then you would have a lot of detoxing to do, and that would not look pretty because that would be many years of detox, you know, to turn a blue eye brown. Okay, so they have lost their green tint and are mainly blue, but I have obvious white nodes maybe, and a moderately detectable lymphatic rosary. Okay, so you're seeing the lymph nodes backing up around your eyes. That's good that you're aware of that. So now you realize there's a blockage. If you're seeing lymph nodes around the rosary, it means that at some point, maybe you took some antibiotics or something, or maybe it's a genetic weakness, but your lymph nodes are struggling with breaking down the acids, or, you know, cellular waste or damaged cells. They're having trouble breaking down those things to then send them to the kidneys. So that's why you have swollen lymph nodes and that lymphatic rosary. So you should be addressing that with a lymph node formula. Okay, my sclera is not purely white. So not purely white in the sense of maybe you have red capillaries in the sclera, or do you mean like there's yellowing in the sclera? Because if there's yellowing in the sclera, that's a definite sign of liver weakness. If there's red capillaries in the sclera, it's pointing to different areas of the body that are very acidic. Okay, so I just have to see your eyes and read your eyes for you. Wish I lived where you could see me as an in-person client, but I look forward to working with you one-on-one via online as soon as I secure good iris pics. Oh yeah, it's the same thing, to be honest with you. Like, you can like work with me online because it's like via Skype, so it's like we're just talking with each other like in person. It's almost the same thing as in person, you know. So yeah, I really can't wait to work with you, but I see just you need to kick up your whole detox level. You need to kick it up a notch, and don't even worry about like oxalates or stones, because like you said before, the stones were really a problem for you. The kidney stones were a problem for you when you were following the standard American diet, you know. And maybe perhaps when you were that 90 to 95% raw and you got stones at that time, maybe you hadn't been on the raw for long, or maybe you were just still very acidic. Because like I said before, people can be all raw and still be very acidic if their channels of elimination are not being opened up, you know, like if their kidneys are not filtering. So don't be scared of the oxalates, and, you know, keep on going. Just when you do start intaking those foods that you think have high oxalates in them, just support your body with the herbs that you need, with the kidneys especially, and all the glands, and just get kidney filtration, and that should never be a problem for you. Okay, thank you, Ailin. Love your content. I love that you care about people having optimal health, and love you so much for sharing your knowledge and time with the world. Good health and good success to you, Ailin. Sincerely, you are absolutely the best of the best. Oh God, why do you do this to me, guys? Oh my God, thank you so much for that beautiful comment. Comments like that keep me going to make the videos, because it's like, I know that there's people watching out there that, you know, it's like I'm your little cheerleader. Okay, and now my puppy's barking. Come over here. Come over here. What are you scared of? You don't have to be scared. Mommy's almost done with the video. And then I'll take you outside, okay? Okay, go. I'll take you outside soon. Okay. Yeah, my dog is like, oh, come on, hurry up with the video already. But yeah, like I was saying, like I feel like I'm your little cheerleader for all you guys that are still detoxing yourselves and are still on this path. You can keep on going and you'll see your health. Like I'm sure many of you are just making progress every single day. And even for those that are like in the midst of their detox symptoms or in the midst of their healing crisis, just be gentle with yourself, be patient with yourself, and, you know, like essentially what I'm trying to say is you should be thankful that you're seeing these reactions in your body, because it means that there's something going on. It means that the body's working on pulling all these obstructions out, and you'll still see healing in no time. Okay, so thank you so much for that beautiful question, and I hope you I was able to answer it for you. I know it can be a little confusing with, you know, weird little things like oxalates, and, you know, there's a lot of fear mongering out there to make people fear fruits. You see the same thing with diabetes. Like in that last video that I spoke about diabetes and how to heal diabetes and blood sugar issues, there's a lot of fear around consuming fruit, but you guys should never be scared. Fruits and raw foods, they're nothing but healing. You know, you don't have to be scared about that. It's only when we cook foods that we change their chemistry, you know, and then they become harmful in the body, and then they become acidic in the body. But as long as you're filtering from your kidneys, you should be fine. I think that the only other thing that I would recommend for you would be check the pH of your urine, okay? Your urine should be acidic to let you know that you're eliminating waste, and your saliva should be alkaline so that you know that, okay, you know, my teeth aren't going to start leaching calcium, right? My mouth is alkaline, and that's great. If your urine is not acidic and it is alkaline, then it means you are losing electrolytes through your urine, okay? So that's an issue. And so just keep on opening up those kidneys, and then you eventually want to see acidic urine. And then you'll know that you'll be eliminating your waste, and stones, calcifications will not be a problem or an issue for you anymore, okay? So yeah, focus on all the fruits, all the berries, everything that you want. And I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you are all gonna have a good night or a good day wherever you are in the world, and know that I care about you, and that I know you can heal your body, and you will heal your body. As long as you say it with certainty and repeat that positivity, that positive statement in your mind, then you will reflect what you are saying to yourself, so that you can match that statement through your actions. And then that's when you'll see true change in your life. Okay, so if any of you want to work with me, if any of this is relevant to you, and you want to take your health to the next level, if you've been struggling with healing your health issues, all of you guys need to get on that detox path. And if you want to work with me on one-on-one, you can go to www.spiritropicalhealing.com and go to the services tab. On there, you'll find the Master Your Health package, and that's the package that I recommend for all beginners, you know, anyone that like needs that full on attention, you know, because with that, you get the phone call consultation with me. I review your eyes, iridology report, a diet protocol, an herbal protocol, all the detox tools you need, essentially everything you need to get started. Everything you need to get started to heal all your health issues like that. And yeah, I love working with you guys and seeing you heal up all your health issues. So I look forward to working with all of you, many of you, like I already have. And yeah, take care, guys. I love you. Bye.